नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. In Vishnu Sahasranamam, there is a shloka that says, Gita Sahasranamaiva Stavarajo Anusmriti Gajendra Mokshanam Chaiva Pancharatnani Bharate. In Mahabharata there are 5 jewels, 5 ratnas. One is the Bhagavad Gita, 2 Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama. The third is Stavaraja, that means Bhishma Stavaraja. Another one is Gajendra Mokshanam, and the 5th is Anusmriti. We are now in the beginning of Sahasranama. I too had not heard of Anusmriti, so I had to delve a bit to figure out what is and where is this Anusmriti which is mentioned in this verse. So one found it in Shanti Parva. Shanti Parva, as you know, is a dialogue of Yudhishthira with Bhishma. In Shanti Parva, in Moksha Dharma Parva, there is Anusmriti. Now, Anusmriti certainly deserves a detailed session by itself. But we will go through a kind of summary view of Anusmriti today, and then come back to Sahasranama. So this is in the place where Bhishma is lying and Yudhishthira is asking questions, and Yudhishthira is asking Bhishma, Pitamaha Mahapragya Sarvashastra Visharada Prayana Kale Kim Japyam Mokshibhistattva Chintagaihi. O Pitamaha, O most intelligent Pitamaha, O knower of all Shastras, what is it that a man should do as japa at the time of his death? A person who is keen on liberation, a person who is keen on knowing the reality, truth, tattva chintaka, prayana kale kim japyam. Kim anusmaran kurushrestha marane paryupasthite prapnuyat paramam siddhim shotumichhami tattvataha. Kim anusmaran kurushrestha marane paryupasthite. What is it that a man should contemplate with focus when death is in front of him, by which he should attain the highest of attainments? Please tell me, I would like to know. And Bhishma is pleased with the question, and he tells Yudhishthira, O king, the question that you have asked is sadyukti sahita. It is a question which has got, it is the right question to ask. It is a very important and right question to ask. Sadyukti sahita. And sukshma. It is also a subtle question. Regarding this, I shall tell you what I have heard from Narada. Narada once questioned Sriman Narayana, and he asked Sriman Narayana, O Lord, how is a seeker of truth and liberation to contemplate upon you? Kim cha japyam japen nityam kalyamuttaya manava Katham yunjan sada dhyayet bruhi tattvam sanatanam kim cha japyam japen nityam kalyamuthaya manava. When getting up early in the morning, what is it that a human should do japa? What japa should a human do? Daily, every day, getting up in the morning. Katham yunjan tada yogi, katham yunjan tada dhyayet bruhi tattvam sanatanam. Tell me that eternal truth of which the yogis are ever in contemplation. What is it that the yogi should contemplate to achieve the eternal truth? This is the question asked by Narada to Sriman Narayana. And for what follows is known as Anusmriti. And more, but the first part is what I am going to tell today. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Vasudeva replies, Hantade katayishyami imam divyam anusmritim yamadhitya prayane tumadbhavopapadyate hantate kathayishyami. Happily do I tell you, O Narada, this divine Anusmriti. Anusmriti is something, means not just remembrance, it means constant remembrance. Dwelling upon, to think about, to contemplate, to meditate. All that is Anusmriti. You don't, it's like Ajyadharya. It's a constant stream of concentration, becoming meditation. He says, I'm going to tell you about the divine Anusmriti. Yamadhitya prayane tumadbhavopapadyate. Having practiced which a human being upon death attains me. And now I'm going to tell that. Omkaramagratah kritva mam namaskritya narada ekagraha prayato bhutva imam mantra mudirayet. Omkaramagratah kritva. First, the person should utter pranava, omkara. Then, O Narada, he must do namaskara, he must bow to me. Ekagra prayato bhutva, and then having mind on a single thought, very focused mind, very focused, no distraction. Ekagrato bhutva, ekagra prayato bhutva, imam mantra mudirayet. This mantra that I am going to tell you should be uttered. What is that mantra? That's what I'm going to tell next. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevayeti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is the mantra that a human being should utter after telling the Omkara, bowing to Narayana, getting his mind into focus, and then he should utter Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is the teaching of the Anusmriti. Now, then Narada explains, Narada prays to Sriman Narayana, singing his praise, and then after that, after he finishes his stotra, Sriman Narayana again tells him a little bit more in detail about this Anusmriti. We will go into those shlokas later, but we will see a little summary of what are the points that are mentioned in this discourse by Sriman Narayana to Narada. So what we heard just now, the mantra that is to be contemplated, the mantra of which the japa should be done nitya, early morning, is the main Anusmriti. What follows is also Anusmriti. it complements what has been told by Shiva Narayana to Narada. Whereas Narayana says the following. In all of us dwells the Supreme Being, and we all dwell in the Supreme Being. There is God in all of us, and we are all in God. The Supreme Being is in everyone and everything. God is in every single molecule of creation. And one must always realize the sameness of everything. Third, one must control one's senses, withdraw them into the mind. One must control the mind, withdraw it into the intellect. One must control the intellect and withdraw it into the heart. And the heart should contemplate on me. Meditate on the Supreme Being in this manner with the thought that you belong to Him and He belongs to you. Meditate with the thought that it is He who is all pervasive. He pervades all this universe. The Supreme Being is beyond the comprehension of the human mind. Mind cannot ever comprehend what God is. The Supreme Being is also supremely devoted to His devotees. The Supreme Being is extremely loving to His devotees. Only those yagyas or sacrifices or karma of any kind that is done without selfishness, without expectation of rewards for oneself, will purify the body and illuminate the mind. Any yajna or karma done with some kamya, some desire is not conducive to cleansing of the body and the illumination of the mind. And the illumination of the mind and the intellect it is that leads one to self-realization. Performance of all activities and rituals and rites as an offering and service to the Supreme Being leads to peace, leads to auspiciousness. One namaskara, one salutation, one time prostration with complete faith in the Supreme Being, if done even by the most sinful person, eradicates his sin and leads him to heaven. Do not pursue temporary objects of this world, whatever they be. Do not pursue them. Meditate on the Supreme Being for freedom from cycle of birth and death. This knowledge this Anusmriti should be given to other devotees to free them from fear of Janma and Sansara, of birth and bondage. Remember, there is no gift a man can give which is greater than the gift of supreme knowledge. It is more than gifting the whole earth. There is no gift which is greater than the gift of giving spiritual knowledge to someone else. So this Anusmriti should be given to others to free them from fear of birth and death. This is a brief of Anusmriti which comes in Shanti Parva, Moksha Dharma Parva, part of Shanti Parva. Which in a sense, this also has, in effect, the summary of the teaching of Vishnu Sahasranamam right here. We didn't. About the glory of the name, Nammalvar, the first of Vaishnava saints, says, Oraayiramai ulage alikkum perayiram kondadu or peedudayan kaarayinakala nalmeniyinan Narayanan nangan piran avane. He is famous for 1,000 names. Every name, as if with 1,000 faces, protects the 7 worlds. His body, beautiful and black like the storm cloud. He is our Lord Narayana, says Nammalvar. He is the one. Every name, as if with 1,000 faces, is protecting the 7 worlds, he says. And there the commentators have said that the Lord's name is superior to the Lord. The superior to the Lord with form is the Lord's name. Because the Lord with form, He has some duties to perform. He will work within those scope of that. So a Lord with form, His express duty may be that those who commit adharma should be punished. The name of the Lord has no such compulsion. So he says, the commentator says, therefore the name is like a vyaja, it is like a Lord's pretext to somehow help you. That's why in Tamil the word per means name. Also you say perka means pretext. Perka panna. For the sake of it, for there's a double meaning there for the word per. Perk we say, but what it means is perk. For the name. The name is so important. The name is so all-powerful. The name is so, Naam. But we have twisted the implication of the power of the name there. So there we are now, we come back to Sahasranama and the 6 questions that Yudhishthira had asked Bhishma. Kimekam daivatam loke kim vapyekam parayanam stuvantah kamarchantah prapnuyurmanavah shubham o dharma sarvadharmanam bhavatah paramo matah kim japan muchyate jantu janma sansara bandhanat. These are 6 questions. Kimekam daivatam loke. Who is the one supreme God who is spoken of by all the Shastras and all the Vidyas? Kim vapyekam parayanam. Who is the one supreme? What is What is the one supreme goal that a man should strive to attain? And the commentators had elaborated. Our acharyas had elaborated that the supreme goal should be such that it should free you from the bondage of Janma Sansara, so to say. All fear should go. There should remain no more fear once you attain this. Having attained which, you become that. There are various things they have said as to what is the Ekam Parayanam. And Bhattar had explained even the subtleties of the particular words, Kimva api Ekam Parayanam. Says Parayanam, supreme goal, there are many people say, are many ways they say this is about the supreme goal. Of them, which is the supreme goal? Also, there is a previous question on Kimekam Daivatam Loke, who is the one supreme Lord? And this next question, Kimva Apekam Parayanam, who is the one or what is the one supreme goal? Are these two the same? The answer to these two the same or are they different? This implication is there in the question, Api Ekam Parayanam, says Bhattar. We were there.